Was restocking bandages in the nurse's office when the school counselor pulled me into her room and asked very quietly if I remembered what happened with Marcus yesterday. I told her yes, of course. He came in complaining of chest tightness after gym class. I checked his pulse, gave him water, and had him sit for 20 minutes before sending him back to class. She just stared at me for a long moment, her face going pale in a way that made my stomach drop before she even said anything else. Is something wrong? I asked. She shook her head slowly, opened her mouth like she wanted to explain, then closed it again and told me the principal needed to see me immediately. I walked to the front office confused, replaying every second of that interaction with Marcus in my head, wondering what I could have possibly missed. The front desk secretary, who normally waves and asks about my weekend plans, wouldn't even look up from her computer when I passed. I said good morning anyway, out of habit. She mumbled something back without meeting my eyes, and I noticed her hands were trembling slightly on the keyboard. When I glanced at her screen, it was completely black. No email open, no spreadsheet, nothing. She wasn't working. She was just staring at nothing, waiting for me to walk past. The principal's office door was already open when I got there, and he stood up the second he saw me, his face unreadable in a way I'd never seen in 3 years working together. He asked me to sit down, and when I did, he just looked at me for a long moment before asking again what exactly happened with Marcus after gym class. I repeated everything: the chest tightness, the pulse check, the water, the 20 minutes of rest before he went back feeling fine. The principal's jaw tightened, and he looked down at his desk instead of at me. You sent him back to class? He said quietly, more to himself than to me. Yes, I said. He told me he felt better. His pulse was normal. There was no reason to keep him longer. The principal nodded slowly, then rubbed his hands over his face like he was trying to physically push something away. I need you to walk me through the exact time you saw him, minute by minute, he said, his voice tight and careful in a way that made my chest go cold. Why does the exact time matter? I asked. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he stood up and walked to his window, looking out at the parking lot for a long moment before turning back around. 2 teachers passed by his open door while we sat there, both slowing to look in at me with an expression I can only describe as pity before hurrying past without saying a word. I felt my hands go cold. Something had happened. Something bigger than a kid feeling tired after gym class, and every person in this building seemed to know exactly what it was except me. Please, I said. Just tell me what's going on. The principal finally turned around, his eyes red, and said,